Hello! I am Will Rogers, and I'm about to definitely solve Hunt-A-Killer, Season 2, Episode 4. Spoiler alert, obviously, but just in case. If you've never checked in on one of my videos before, you should know that I've done every single Hunt-A-Killer box to date. I've been doing this for just about a year at this point. This is box 11 of a monthly series. It's almost been our 1-year anniversary. How about that? As per usual, this box was sent to me by Hunt-A-Killer for the purposes of sitting here and trying to figure it out. They like to watch me squirm. And so squirm I shall. Because in this box, the story is taking a weirdly combative turn. It seems like a lot of the people that are involved in the game are actually butting heads, which is interesting. It makes me think of, is it Freddy vs. Jason or Alien vs. Predator? Which esteemed movie said this? Whoever wins, we lose. We're in a game of diabolical madmen with psychotic minds fighting each other, and we're just caught in the fracas. But first, in this box, we got a flyer advertising the next Hunt-A-Killer premium box. Hunt-A-Killer 1973, solving the murder of Daryl Fanton from the band Fluff. 1973 apparently comes with an actual vinyl record in it. I believe I was told that in an episode of my show, The Haunted Hunt, which I had done for Hunt-A-Killer for a brief time. This is on sale literally as of today. I did not mean to line my show up with that, but hey, are you guys getting it? Did you get it? I'm gonna get it at some point. I don't know when. I only just got 1968, their second premium box. It is sitting in my front room right now. I will be tackling that along with the help of my wife, Allie, at some point in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, 1973. It's coming out soon. Get it now. Huntackiller.com. Okay. The box itself, though, Season 2, Episode 4. As per usual, we're greeted right away with this letter from Teleria, which is the new organization that handles all the correspondence between us, John William James, and his, well, let's use the word brood. In the first 3 boxes of Season 2, this letter says that the contents of each package have been checked per their prerogatives, the prerogatives of Teleria, that they our secrecy is held in the highest regard per their prerogatives. Well, this time it says the contents of this package have remained absolutely secret and secure under our protection per his prerogatives, capital H. Both you and the sender of this package remain in the highest regard per his prerogatives, capital H. Is this what I have been theorizing these past few months, that John William James found this organization, cult, whatever it may be, and ascended up the ranks? Is he incapable of occupying a lower station? It seems like whatever organization he becomes involved in, all of a sudden he's infected it. All of a sudden he's rocketing up to the top of the charts. Just like Fluff. Anyway, interesting things to think about before we dig into what I'm really going to call the sort of 2 stories at play in this box. Right now, as I see it, we've got the Bob story and we have the Aaron DeVale story. The Bob story is what I'm going to tackle first. So Bob, we were acquainted with a couple of boxes ago. He murdered his own mother. And now he has provided us with a new business card. He's an entrepreneur. This is a business card for Heck on Wheels, a food delivery service where I guess he delivers food to the elderly. And it says ever since 2017. Wow, ever since 2017? That's so impressive. Let me see here. I think I have. Yeah, I got it. Heck on Wheels. And it comes with this URL, heckonwheels.org. Along with this note, we got a card from Bob addressed to the Dragon Swan, of course, John William James. And he describes how he has been traveling around and he has been transforming people, which we know means murder, I believe, right? Or is transforming being like indoctrination? That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I have saved many people from the toil of this world in your name. I have followed the path you put out for me. I've included a key to a door you will recognize. So you will see what I have done for you. See we shall. I'm about to go to the website for heckonwheels.org, but first I want to check in with the chat. Jess Stokes. Seems oddly threatening, the Talaria letter. So if John William James is at the top of the food chain now, why would he let Talaria say that type of thing to the historian? What do you mean, say that type of thing? Like, reveal that he is at the top of the food chain? I think that John William James has, what is it called? Delusions of grandiosity? What is that phrase? Can't think of it now. That's good. Holly Brandstetter. The word his being capitalized makes me think of John William James having a God complex. Absolutely. As if it's written in the Bible. His, per his prerogatives. Aislinn Butler says, oh, shoot, I'm late to the party. You're not too late. Barely just getting started. Jess Stokes, the last two lines seem really weird. Delusions of grandeur. Thank you very much. Delusions of grandiosity. What am I talking about? Do not waste your time wishing for happiness. That will never make it out of the realm of death. Do not waste our time. You're right, it is threatening. But it also feels a little bit like just a declaration of seriousness. I don't know that I see it as overtly threatening that we are wasting their time somehow, but I do see it as some sort of a mission statement, thesis statement from like a little threatening organization trying to let everybody know just how serious they are. I've got a lot of thoughts in this box about people trying to sort of big themselves up in a way that is outside what they are really capable of. We'll talk about that when we get to Aaron DeVale. I think John William James and I are on the same page. But yes, why don't we go to, where is it? Heckonwheels.org. Heckonwheels.org. All right. Let's explore. So here we have it. The website for Heck on Wheels, promoting independence through delivered meals, helping you maintain independence with delivery of nutritious meals made especially for you and delivered to your home. Thank you. The fellowship meal, got a tasty bird, maybe it's stinky, I don't know. Those might be stink lines, it's hard to tell. Food sharing community, and then it's a bunch of black space, whatever. A couple of weird things. First, I'm going to point out the one that I don't think is actually anything. I was clicking around on this page because I assumed there might be something hidden. Maybe this person here has some sort of nefarious agenda. Jury's out on that. I bet that this little creature is the devil. But I noticed that when I hovered my cursor over the word Heck on Wheels, at least a portion of it, you can see that it takes on like the text. It switches from being a pointer to like an insert text cursor. So I started dragging. Oh, whoa, what are these secret words? And I just went ahead and I did Control A, select all. And you can see certain things. Sustainability starts with you. Heck on Wheels up here. You can't see it. My face is covering it. This, you can see an E just to the side of my face. That is the word. Why don't I just, here, I'll make my ghostly head move. Your site title. This, I know from being a person with a bunch of websites himself, is a Squarespace site, I believe. I think that this is a template for a Squarespace site that is hiding underneath the images that they put on top of them, which is why we're able to highlight them. I would think that this, sustainability starts with you, meant more if it weren't for this right here, your site title. It's lingering text from a previous version. That's my theory anyway. But there are things lurking hidden on this website down here. Why, what is that? What could this be? Is that a little doodle of a dragon swan? Might that have something to do with Bob's mention of, have included a key to a door you will recognize, so you will see what I have done for you. Okay, well, here's a door. I recognize it. Up. Password protected. But if you just sit here and you just try a couple things, you'll eventually figure out what I did. DRAGONSWAN. Enter. This is one of the most chilling things I have ever seen from Hunt a Killer. And they sent us a video of a man's throat being slit. This is one of the creepiest, weirdest, most alarming things in the game. This, my friends, I believe, is Bob Heck's current victim count. Heck on Wheels, his organization, food delivery foundation serving the elderly since 2017. This is what he has been up to. He's been delivering food. You can see that she got some sort of, what is that, like eggs Benedict? Or just ham and a couple of lemon halves? It's hard to tell. Maybe his food's not very good. Some soup. A full meal here. He brought her toast and she's disappointed in it. The woman from Taylorsville is like, I paid for toast? I guess you should pay for toast. Toast isn't free. But he's been taking photos of every one of his victims. And I feel like the implication, at least in these two, this woman here, Libby, I think it's a place, not a person's name, but she looks like she's sleeping. But these two, I feel like you can easily look at these and imagine dead, murdered by Bob Heck. A few things stand out to me. Put in Bay. This is where he murdered his mother. But it's the only picture here that's a picture of a location. The rest of these are location names, and they're all in Ohio. I got skeptical of the word Moscow, but I looked it up. There's Moscow, Ohio. I'll prove it. Moscow, Ohio. Let's take a look. Village in Ohio. And it also defies what I thought in episode 1, where I was like, there are no villages in the U.S. That's a village right there. But yeah, Bob Heck has killed at least, what is this? 5, 8, 9, 10 people, at least 10 people. Is one of these even his mother? Maybe it's 11. I don't know. But boy, is it weird and not good. Why don't we consult what John William James thinks of Bob at this point. I've been liking the John William James letters as sort of context for some of the other clues that we find. Bob continues to be busy, spreading my word. He has asked me to reveal my location. He has yet to learn that information such as that would be best found through inquiry with you, us, the historian. I know that Bob will remain loyal to the end, but he lacks the power Aaron carries. We'll get to Aaron soon. Yet, though Aaron appears to wrestle with another force within him, Bob is singularly in my possession. Possession. Do you believe that one spirit can inhabit space within another? Let's go to the chat. Because the second that I uncovered this, I was, a little disturbed. It's a little freaky, to be honest. Okay. Just Oak says, so many ways this box can go, it's great. Yeah, I think that there's going to be some deviation. What do we all interpret from this box? I did highlight the entire page. We got so excited finding that stuff. I got so excited finding that stuff too. What's with that sad face? I was all excited about it. How did I ruin anyone's discovery? What are you talking about? The last pick doesn't have a place name attached. Yes, you're right. Yeah, the woman who's eating 2 halves of a lemon, which is one whole lemon, doesn't have a name beneath her. I wonder why that is. Is it not that it's a place? Is it something else? Is she not yet dead? Bob does mention that he has found a person who he thinks can be converted. Let's say this. I even met one who I believe may be ready to transform. She seemed curious about me in a way that was unlike anyone else, except you. I got to know her and I eventually told her about you. She was not afraid, she was excited. Please, the Talaria agent will not tell me where you are. Write to me and tell me so I may send her to you. Her name is Anna. I'm not going to necessarily suggest that Anna is the elderly woman on Bob Heck's Freaky Deaky website, but it is interesting to me that she is the only person here without any sort of identification beneath her, whether it's a town or anything. Just out of curiosity, I got curious about this. Libby? I don't know if I ever actually Googled it. Libby, Ohio. I was expecting to see another thing that's like, oh, it's a village, it's a place. But do we have a mix of people's names and the places he found them in? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that this person's name is Shellman Bluff. I assume that that's a place. But Libby, at least with a quick Google, is not a quickly referenced place in Ohio. That's kind of interesting. And so, yeah, that along with this woman who doesn't have a name beneath her, I just don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. I think it's, I think it's real weird. Okay, let's see. Jess Stokes. That'd be cool if Anna turned out to be a Jigsaw type of person, like terminal illness turned killer. Yeah, not impossible. They're all locations. Okay, so Libby, Ohio is a place for sure. It's interesting. Yeah, what is he doing? I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say about Bob. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else that you are curious about with Bob Heck at this point? It seems like John William James is pleased with his interactions with Bob Heck in a way that he is not pleased with his interactions with Aaron DeVale. But yeah, I just don't really have much more at this point. I don't know why Bob wants to get in touch with the Dragon Swan. I think that maybe he's about to rise above his station in a way that will not please the great dragon, but can't say for sure. Okay. The next thing that I have on the docket right now is this, the brand new constellation card that we got in the box this month. So you can see here that we have some sort of a scorpion guy, a little wolf man, cowboy, and you got you got a snake with an eagle on its back. So I did some quick Googling, just stuff that I don't want to sit and make you guys watch me do. Scorpion is Scorpius. Wolf is Lupus. Hydra is the snake with the eagle on its back, which I find interesting. There's actually usually other stuff on the eagle's, on the snake's back as well. I believe some sort of like a container of water. Horsey with a cowboy. To quickly Google it, I wasn't sure. Let's take these one by one real quick, because I think I found something kind of intriguing about at least one of them, and I have a goofball theory about another. This here is the constellation Scorpius. And I'll make this brief. I don't want to read this whole thing, but in Greek mythology, the myths associated with Scorpio are almost invariably also contain a reference to Orion. According to one of these myths, it's written that Orion boasted to the goddess Artemis and her mother Leto, Jared Leto, that he would kill every animal on Earth. Although Artemis was known to be a hunter herself, she offered protection to all creatures. Artemis and her mother Leto sent a scorpion to deal with Orion. The pair battled, and the scorpion killed Orion. So, two things. The idea of somebody boasting that he is more powerful than anyone else, could kill every animal on Earth, blah, 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 and then getting killed is sort of a tale, almost like a morality play about hubris. Do not make outlandish claims that you cannot back up, you know? But also, this. There's a culture section on Wikipedia. The Havanese people of Indonesia call this constellation the brooded swan. Now, at first I thought of this, I think I misread it, to be honest. I thought it said the brooding swan, as if it is, hanging its head in sorrow. It's brooding. It's depressed. Is John William James upset about something? And he does seem to be. But also, the term brooded, if you just take a look, and this is honestly, this is the kind of Google work that I don't usually believe in that much. And yet, one of the definitions of the word brood is when a bird sits on eggs to hatch them. John William James, being the dragon swan, at least half bird, is creating his own brood. He is sitting on eggs. He's transforming people into his own disciples, into little versions of himself. Could that be some of the inspiration behind sending us Scorpius? But let's move on. We also had in there the lupus, which I didn't feel much of a strong connection to. Why don't we have the word constellation? So we're not looking up symptoms of lupus. Symptoms of Lupus is my band. So the only thing that I really got from looking up the Lupus constellation was that it, interestingly enough, is connected with some of the other constellations that we've seen here. And that would make sense. If this constellation card is actually a representation of a portion of the sky, then these constellations would be somewhat near each other. And that's the kind of thing that makes me think that I'm digging a little bit when I say, like, well, here's what Scorpius means. Because can they all be super significant? Isn't it maybe more likely that one or a couple of them are significant in some big way, and the other ones are just happenstance? They happen to be there because they're located in the neighborhood. But without really knowing for sure, we may as well explore everything. So you can see here, Lupus is bordered by 6 different constellations, although one of them, Hydra, merely touches at the corner. Hydra being another one of the constellations on that card. I shall open it. The other 5 are Scorpius, which we just read, Norma, the right angle, which I think is represented at the top of the card. Am I right? Am I wrong? You can see sort of there's like a protractory thing at the going across the top. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch too. Circinus, the compass, Libra, and Centaurus, the centaur. I will open that because I have something stupid to say about it. It might be really stupid. Okay. Hydra. Like I said, I've got nothing on Lupus. I don't know. I just don't have Lupus. The shape of the Hydra is a twisting snake, as featured in some Greek myths. One myth associates it with a water snake that a crow served Apollo in a cup when it was sent to fetch water. You can see in this depiction of Hydra, here's the bird that's on the constellation card. Although there are 2 birds. But here's the bird. Here is this like water cup thing. And as far as I can tell, every version of Hydra that I've looked up, it has this water cup. And yet our version, only the bird. And it appears to be an eagle, which makes me think Americana imagery, the bald eagle. I don't know. That interpretation doesn't really yield much to me. It doesn't have much of a payoff, but there you go. I don't have much on Hydra as well. The only one that I was really dig on this was Scorpius. However, we've also got question mark Pony Boy, this cowboy. I was Googling cowboy constellations, a bunch of garbage that didn't get me anything. But when I was reading that Lupus entry and it was talking about the constellations that are around it, one of the ones mentioned was Centaurus. Now, Centaurus obviously is said to be a constellation in the shape of a centaur, a half man, half horse. Well, take another look at the cowboy and the horse. There's a man and a horse. Is that some sort of bizarre, new agey, other cultural interpretation of a centaur, a man and a horse? I don't know. That feels like a major stretch. I thought it was stupid when I thought it. I feel extra dumb saying it out loud now. So, back to the chat. Don't go, no spoiler alerts for Whispers of Theodorus. Thank you very much. Okay. Could be Centaurus, but Centaurus should be stabbing Lupus. So maybe Aaron just didn't like that and modified it instead. So we're on the same page. It might be Centaurus, man and horse. That's a cool band name. Snake Cobra. Oh, the Cobra test. You think, Charles? There were references at the end of season 1, final episode of season 1, to John William James having taken the Cobra test of some sort that seemed to be a spatial awareness puzzle intelligence test. Not sure. My sister has joined. Hello, Kristen. And yeah, I really think that this cowboy sitting on a horsey, which I think that the original cowboys would just be like, saddle up my horsey. I want to ride my pony down to the station. I think that cowboy sitting on his horsey might be a weird interpretation of a centaur. Again, an interpretation that I don't find to be incredibly rewarding, But whatever. Holly Brandstatter, hello. The centaur into the house and man... Wait, what? The centaur into the house and man separate, being the transformed man divided. Oh, dragon swan, right? John William James is the dragon swan. Literally, his father was a dragon, his mother was a swan. Thrown around the word literally in a way that doesn't make sense. But he is both. So he could be separated into either, right? The devil and the angel on your shoulder. A centaur is a man and a horse combined. But separate them. A man and a horse separate. All right. Jess Stokes seems to be from the desert, too. Could still be Colorado, but maybe more to the southwest area. Now, you're right. The odd foreground of this constellation card, there's a cactus and obviously some mountains here and what looks to be arid desert. Big moon in the top, toward the top. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. But for sure, there was a reference made elsewhere to the fact that our constellation card is printed on this sort of like thin, you can see it's a translucent paper stock. Is it meant to be overlaid on something? Which this is a little bit obvious, but I will do it anyway. This constellation card is very clearly in the same, at least shape, as the original constellation card we got way back in box 1, season 1, box 1, where we originally saw the Draco constellation, the Cygnus constellation. So I've got them both here. I overlaid them both. It's hard to tell here, but you can see that Scorpius in the top left is sort of lying down on top of Cygnus, the original. You know, what does it mean? If I wanted to, I could interpret that and say that, you know, the brooded swan is lying down on top of the swan, and it also has some sort of concept of hatching imagery, warming eggs imagery, also some element of attacking. Is there a person out there that John William James perceives to be bigger than himself attacking? Cygnus. Scorpius is out there. Is Cygnus afraid of Scorpius? Because Scorpius can lie down on top of Cygnus and squash him. Obviously, it seems like a scorpion would have more offensive capabilities than a swan would, so maybe it can attack with that barbed tail, inject some venom, poison, whatever. Other things that I got from this, quite frankly, not much. I didn't seem to think the Pony Man was lying down on anyone significant. The Draco constellation is vaguely in the area of the Lupus constellation. Hydra seems to be all on its own all the way to the right. I don't know. It made me think that maybe this thing is supposed to overlay on like one of the letters. I know that typically per box we get something that's meant to be combined with the John William James letter, but I don't know that I found that all that rewarding either. It's the sort of thing that like you could sit down and you could try to look at where each point of the constellation card lines up with letters, but where do you stop? I mean, really, where do you begin? But then when you're trying out every possibility, where do you just give up and say, boy, I don't know. I don't know where to begin. I do not know where I should even start to try to find a theory. It's interesting, though. It makes me think of and especially the fact that the constellation cards are the same arcing window of data. It's so inviting to lay the translucent one on the original. But yeah, I just don't know. Which brings me really to the biggest question mark I have from this box, which is, of course, the Aaron DeVale letter. All right. Now, we've gotten a few letters from Aaron DeVale in recent months. He is a John William James convert. He was a janitor at the Darlington, Maryland facility. He was sent away when they realized that he was actively colluding with John William James. And he's been getting in touch with us. John William James seems to think that Aaron DeVale is overstepping his boundaries. If we can read here from the John William James letter. It has come to my attention that a child of mine, a harbinger of my new world, may have made inappropriate assumptions in his communique with you. twisting my request for an introduction into something less than ideal for my designs. He has before him a choice. As I type this, he is making that choice. Of 3, there will be 1, and it is my grace that he should have that freedom to choose. Does my creation have the discipline and fortitude to exercise his freedom and remain in my grace? We shall see. I will know his mind and his heart through his decision. Either way, we are approaching fin de cycle, which is, I think, French for the end of a cycle, perhaps the beginning of a new. Do you know where he will leave the body of evidence? I do. It will be near where he and I were reunited, a fitting location to deify the teeth that will take root in the world. John William James is not happy with Aaron DeVale. Why? I don't know. Aaron DeVale says this. I have written to tell you that I have made a choice. The choice John William James just referred to. What choice did I make? I will help you understand. There is nothing that so infects the souls of men than the elevation of vice to cultural virtue. When I see the herd pat each other on the back and praise their self-indulgent detachment from their natural roots, I cannot squelch my desire to cull their numbers and save the land for those of us who deserve it. A flower prized for its beauty may be plucked from the earth by one with an aesthetic wisdom, cherished and preserved at the zenith of bloom. The same flower, in the wrong hands, will only wither and brown in obscurity and please no great aesthetic eye. Wow. I mean, ravings of a madman, to say the least. I would almost say that Aaron DeVale has even more haphazard delusions of grandeur than John William James. His sort of I own a thesaurus style of writing really just tells me a story of somebody that is so proud of himself and so impressed by himself. It's really no wonder that John William James is somewhat disillusioned with him at this point. I've got a lot more to say about Aaron DeVale. But yeah, let's take a look here at the chat. Jess Stokes, just thought. Maybe one of the constellations maps out Bob's killing pattern. Charles, any similarities? Parts of the snake, this is Charles now, parts of the snake constellation look like if you plot from Put-in Bay to a city in Georgia. That's interesting. So somehow the new constellation charts out a series of murders. I mean, John William James's obsession with constellations could easily bleed into his followers, right? Charles Goss says, you putting down janitors and maintenance men? I will chuck a bird at you. Charles, king of all birds? I did not mean to say anything offensive. I apologize. We here at Haunted Sponge Industries greatly apologize for this grievous error. You're a wise man. But yeah, I think Aaron DeVale's pushing it. Okay. So in the previous letters, we had, of course, the Aaron DeVale seal of approval, whatever this weirdo stamp thing is. But also, this time, we got a coded message thing, right? We have these chopped up things. They obviously resemble the secret stamp, whatever the hell it is. Aaron DeVale's personal dragon swan emblem, whatever it is. So here it is. This is a scan of it. And again, for the sake of comparison, you can see that these individual little squares look like they are from this image. Because I am slightly neurotic, I took it to the next level and I literally overlaid the squares on Aaron's symbol. So you can see, I'll just do it a few times in case you want to rewind it or whatever and see how I've done it. These light parts are literally from the coded message. And you can see that they are indeed from this, but he doesn't use every single part of his symbol, which I thought was interesting. Also, what I did was I took the original secret message here and I reordered everything because I noticed that some of the symbols were repeating themselves. So I took literally every single one of these things. I think there's like 75 little squares and I grouped them by how they look, which gives you this. So you can see that you have sort of these boy, I don't know. Let's pick the bottom left-hand corner. You've got this white blotchy thing flying over a little white dot. There are 4 of them. My theory was, well, I don't know what my theory was. It was something, but I'm not sure. I was just trying stuff, to be honest. Then I noticed something that helped a great deal more. Again, this is the original message. I realized a little too late, I should have realized it sooner, that this is some form of sentence. You can see that, like, in the top left-hand corner, there are 4 boxes together, space, 4 boxes together, space, 1 box alone, space, 6 boxes together. This is a sentence of some sort. And so I started to go through and look to see, are there some of the classic things that we've done in the past. I think we've talked about this before because we've had coded messages plenty of times, looking for things like double of the same symbol. Like from the movie Zodiac, where they point out that the Zodiac killer is most likely going to use the word kill in one of his ciphers. If you look for a double symbol, decent chance that that is an L or an S. Any sort of letter that comes in 2s. I didn't find any. There are no repeats, but I did find something that does repeat. I found repeat phrases, I'm calling them. So you can see the orange boxes. You have sort of an I, then a squiggly thing, then like a pair of legs. That happens 3 times throughout this message. And that was, to me, the confirmation. These are words. This is the same word appearing 3 times in this message. Then I found little pairs of symbols. You can see the yellow ones. You got like 2 feet and some sort of like a body lying on its side. That happens twice. And they both happen in the middle of words, which made me think that maybe it is E-A. Let's think of the word dead. D-E-A-D. So I got lucky. I realized that for that second couple of yellow symbols, you can see that on either side there are sort of these like robot hand looking things. Robot hand looking thing, yellow pair of feet, yellow body on its side, robot hands. D-E-A-D? Maybe? But there's one last letter. What would that even be? Deads? Deady? That's now it's no longer a word, and I don't know. But I knew I was on the right track. So I started trying stuff, which I'll tell you about, I guess right now. I don't know what they mean. Spoiler alert. We can take a look at some of my attempts. I don't know how this is going to register for people that are watching, but let's play around. I took this same code, and I just started trying stuff. We know that we have these orange phrases. That's a word that repeats itself 3 times, right? So here's my first attempt. I somewhat arbitrarily, chose a 3-letter word. The word the. T-H-E. It's an incredibly commonly used word, obviously. It seems pretty likely that it could appear in a sentence 3 times. So what I did was I plugged the word in over those 3 sets of symbols, and then I just kept going. If the T is that snake eye thing, then bam, I put T's on all the snake eyes. And so on. So you get some of this message. You get a word, a 4-letter word, the second letter is T. The second word starts with an E, blank, T, blank. I don't know. I added a little more. I tried out a few more theories. You can see on the bottom left-hand corner, second to last line on the way left-hand side, 3-letter word, blank, H, blank. Well, what's another 3-letter word that has an H in the middle? Now I feel like I'm doing Blue's Clues. What is it? What do you think it is? Do you think it's the word who? I did. Let's see. I went ahead and I made this is what I consider to be a big leap. This is a big leap to me. I made that the word who on the left. Then I was able to fill in all the times that W symbol reoccurs and all the time that O symbol reoccurs. I took yet another leap. You can see over on the right-hand side, dead center, the middle line on the right-hand side, I had the space, new word, T-E. I took another gamble. A 3-letter word that starts with T-E. What's it going to be? It's probably not going to be Ted. I bet Ted's a nice guy, but there are no Teds in the game that we're aware of yet. I went with 10, T-E-N. And then I took that N and I plugged it in other places. And what I got felt encouraging for a moment. In the middle of this sentence here, I got the 10 who, and I'm done. I got 3 words that seemed like they made logical sense. But then the word that follows, the 10 who, new word, blank blank W-O. Well, that's not a word. What is that? That doesn't make sense at all. And like that, discouraged, threw it away, no longer believe in it. And I'm back here. I'm back at just knowing that there are some repeat phrases and repeat characters and not having really any idea what it means. Jess is saying something very interesting in the chat. I think you might be upside down. That would change literally everything. Maybe it's upside down. Why did I assume the orientation of the page? Did you get a message? Did you figure it out? Has this already been decoded? Otherwise I'm on the right track. All right, why don't we mess around with this then? See, this is why I left it to last, because I figured this would be sort of like the runes from last time, where I did something, but I'm not sure if I'm on the right page, but I feel like I've got to be close. Bear with me one second. I'm going to open up a document here that we can mess around with. Here we go. I've got documents on documents on documents, all dedicated to Hunt a Killer. Funny, I made a basic assumption and it was wrong. Okay, all right, let's dance. All right, here's the document that I used to put together this very show that you are watching here tonight. Here is that thing, so you can see I've got the 3 blah blah blah, whatever. Let's just jump here. Okay, I'm going to do a couple things. You know what? Why don't I make it easier? Send it back, take this. Let's turn it around. Okay, so this really sort of changes everything because I'm so used to staring at this thing for so long from the other direction. Let's see what I can do. So the repeat phrases have moved, right? So I'm going to take most of these out. I'm going to keep just one of the word thes. Wow, I'm so frustrated that I had such a good idea, but it turns out I was looking at it upside down. I think with the, what was it? Was it last time or 2 months ago, 2 boxes ago, that we had the Bumblebee letter? And they had, like, put a pin at the top of the page so you would know which direction is up, quote unquote. I feel like I wish I had that for this. So, what were the symbols? So if it's upside down now, it's legs, zigzag, snake eye. Okay. Legs, zigzag, snake eye. Where are you at? Is it this? Middle on the right? No, it should be just over. It's this. Okay. So this is the word the. Now let's take it again. Okay. Wow, this is really going to throw me off now. Legs, zigzag, snake eye. Here we go. That's another. Yikes. And one more, right? Got it. I see it already. Okay. So now I can fill in some of the rest of the board. Let's do this. I'm excited. All right, I'm going to fill in all the snake eyes, what I've been calling that little symbol with the dot with the circle, which is that. Right? Wow, from this angle, it looks more like an eye with like an eyebrow and stuff. That's actually somewhat handy. Might this be it? I'm actually glad that I reordered the symbols as well, because now I can see this is the snake eye. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there are a bunch. Whatever. Okay. Okay, let's take all the T's. No. Put them all over all the, what did I call them, the legs? Okay, take the H, which is that zigzaggy looking guy, which kind of looks like the Red Room in Twin Peaks. So again, I have another word that has an H in the middle, which I still think might be the word who. That would make some amount of logical sense that I like. And this might be kind of sort of it, right? Might be all the H's. Okay. Maybe there are more, but whatever. For the sake of argument, I'll just do that for now. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I'm getting to feel a little crazy. The single letter is a good one to play with, because it can usually be an A or an I. I was doing that too, but I guess because I had it upside down, it wasn't giving me what I was looking for. Yeah, so this is an A or an I. This sort of like person lying on their side, A or I. I'll take some of these and I'll just drop them in. And, okay, is that it? Yeah, this is the person. No. Got another. And that might be it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this, it's like log looking thing, I still feel like that is a W. Now this is where we're like off the reservation a little bit, because I think those other things feel like very logical deductions. This feels more like a gambit that I'm playing. Yeah, I don't know that I'm hyper confident about my choice of letter here, W, but we'll see. All right. And now I'll take this last thing and I'll say that this vertical tree, this white tree thing, is an O. And are there really that many O's? Let's see. Here we go. I think that might be it. All right. Now, I haven't really actually like looked at the forest for the trees here, but let's take a look. 2-letter word, blank H-O, which makes me think that could somehow be who. I don't know. Who are. This feels like, no. If this is an A, that might be an R, E, R, at, meh. 3-letter word. Oh, wait. That would be another O. If my theory about this is right. I don't know. The next to last word might be the word went. But I'm already assuming that the W is this sort of like white log lying on its side. And this is not that. So the W is already taken. Although I'm not married to this hypothesis. But yeah, maybe this here. Don't I already have? Oh, I already have. This is either an A or an I right here. So this word is either at or it. Lent. Sent or went. So you guys are confident about this bobby pin thing being an N? I'm down with that. Let's do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and find all those other bobby pin looking guys. Sort of a crickly here. That would be one. Here's another. Filling in the board a little bit. All right, you guys think it's the word scent? I'm down with that. Let's go ahead and say that this guy is S. It's like, I don't know what that would be. Well, I don't even know how to describe these symbols. They're like only parts of symbols, obviously. Was. See, yeah, this makes me skeptical. We've got this symbol, which would be S, and this would be N. W blank SN? Like, that would almost be like, I could make an argument for that being the word wasn't. I don't like the idea of contractions being here, and we'd be missing the T. I sent, but I do like the idea that this is I sent blah. You know? I feel like that makes a certain amount of sense. Let me consult this, because I've got these repeat phrases here. And admittedly, this should be upside down, so why don't we let's go steal some stuff from myself. All right. This version I can flip turn upside down. All right, so our repeat phrases are here and here. Same word to start as the second to last. Which version is it? Oh, God. Is this? No. Guys, I have so many versions of... Okay, it's this. All right. So this word is the same as this. This like Blair Witch symbol, whatever. And then the repeat phrases are here. That and that would be the same, whatever that is. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, see, I'm not confident about this. I don't know how I feel about it. This whole assumption of mine, at least, started with the W and the O. Maybe I don't believe in that anymore, because I don't... I mean... boy. What words are we confident about? I'm pretty confident about the word the. I feel like this is the word the. The other option was the word and. I did some versions with the word and. I sent. Let's just keep going to the logical conclusion. That would be an O. Yeah, see, I don't think that that's right. O blank E blank. Yeah, I don't feel good about it. I'll keep it alive. I'll create a version of it over here on the side, but I'm gonna delete some of the assumptions. I'm gonna get rid of these O's and the W's. I don't like the O's and the W's. I'm not feeling them. O. All right, did I get them all? Yeah. And I still don't feel good about this. A word ending in SN? I don't like it. I don't like it. Getting rid of the S's as well. Floating N. Yeah, see, like the only things that I'm confident about are these repeat phrases. 2-letter words, right? 2-letter words. I don't think it's at it. I'm confident about T. I feel good about T. So this word up here can't be at or it, because that would be this word. So how do you start a letter? Hi there. Hi. Hello. Of In. Blank H, blank, vowel, blank. This is a consonant. I'm comfortable about that. This tree branch reaching up is a consonant. Maybe this is an S. This has to be a vowel. This tree standing up. A vowel that can be coupled easily with A or I. Cho. A, E, I, O, U. Sometimes Y. E, E, A. No, we already have an E, right? So no, not A or E. Although I guess we're saying that this is both A or I. What if this is A, I, blah, E? T, T-H, fate, no. Chase, no. Wow. This is difficult. Blank, H, blank, blank, same starting letter, E. Even the word the is a big assumption here, right? Because the only thing that I'm confident is because of this standalone thing. This one-letter word down here is A or I. That's all I'm confident about. Boy, how do you guys feel? Are your brains a little fried like mine? What are the other repeat phrases up here, I guess? This and that. Wiggle tree repeats over here. Wiggle tree. Wiggle tree. So that's common. And then, yeah, these same middle words. Now, I felt as though E or A, like I thought that these two symbols being paired were EA, like cheat or dead. But I'm torn. I am now torn. I might have to remain torn. I believe that I'm over my allotted time here. I've got visitors that are about to walk in the door. Call me a psychic. I think my sister and her dog are here. Do I hear a door? Wow. I don't want a show to end in failure, but I'm perplexed and I am lost. And I know not what to do. And I think I'm about to get mauled by a little doggy. Well, in a second. Hi. Choice. CHOICE. I know what it is. My choice. Holy crap. It's the word choice. C. H. Hey, Chrissy. Do you want to watch me solve a little thing real quick? Hey, Crummy. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Whoa. Ah.
What was that?
I stepped on a wire. Sorry, I'm still live, but I think I just figured something out. So
Did it mess anything up? The wire thing?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think we're good. My sister Kristen from Book Club Schmuck Club and our upcoming podcast Guide to the Unknown is standing right to my right. I'm solving this riddle sent to us by Aaron DeVale, Kristen.
Oh, cool.
And if you'll bear with me for 1 second, I've been racking my brain and I think I just figured it out.
Oh, please.
I think that is CHOI.
Choit.
Oh my gosh, it's so clear. Choit. My choice is, I feel like that is an M.
This is cool.
And so this person on their side, or no. The person on their side is definitely an I. That is confirmed now. And so that's down here as well. How you doing, Raj?
Good. How about you? Did you scan this in?
Yeah.
Or like, that's cool.
Oh, I do this all the time. I'm very neurotic about the clues. I do not like to mess with the real physical clues. I like to keep them pristine.
That's neat.
I like to keep them pristine, Christine. Blank choice is, I'm going to say that that's is, right? That seems like a safe bet.
Are there letters that you're working from, or are you just trying to guess? Like,
well, see, here's what it is. Crazy guy sends us this thing. It's all cut up.
Yeah.
But I realized that it mimics somewhat of a sentence structure. So I started making assumptions. I started noticing that some of the characters repeat themselves. It's probably repeat words in the sentence. And now I am just kind of going.
I hope I'm not messing anything up, but could it be my choice is? And then could that help you? Because that would correspond to...
That's what I'm thinking right now, but that's
my
what...
choice is my...
Yeah, see the word my. It's the same word happening
my choice
again.
is my works. I don't know what, you know.
My choice is my, and then 3-letter word. My choice is my business.
My business.
My choice is my...
I don't know.
Something. But am I using any of these characters? I'm moving so fast now. So I now know that this tree branch thing is a C. So I'm going to go through, I can fill in all of those if it repeats frequently. It does. It's a little bit like Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of.
what I was about to say.
Right? I now know S, which is this claw hand reaching down from the heavens. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Claw hand.
Or down into...
The abyss. Is this the same claw hand? Yeah. Okay. My choice is my choice.
Your choice is your choice. I don't think the M or Y repeats again.
No?
If that's what it is. Yeah.
Does the M really look like a little stick person? Blair Witchy, perhaps? Okay, so we got C, H, O. I can fill in some O's. Hey, Molly. Okay. My choice. God. All right. E, I already had. My choice is my own, maybe?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Right now, this guy, Aaron DeVale, is in somewhat of a tiff with the overlord
That
guy
makes a lot
of
of
Hunt a
sense.
Killer. My choice is my own. And then this log thing repeats a lot.
He's
It
in-
was, see?
He's in a tiff with the person of Hunt a Killer or friends?
Listening Friends of America.
Yeah.
That was like a season 1-y kind of thing. Now the guy is like trying to get his own disciples and stuff. And he's talking about how he's not happy with this guy's choice that he's making. And now he's sending us secret messages saying, my choice is my own.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the...
So that you can get an A. There are a few A's going.
I've got these sort of like Grinch feet are an N. Don't they look like Dr. Seuss feet?
Move it?
Right?
No.
No?
I don't see what you're saying.
Whatever. It was...
Oh, like on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah. I feel like my eyes are on fire now. I'm just staring
Yeah.
without blinking. I just think I've been blinking a lot. It was the...
Well, that's going to be R. Like the word R and the little letter R, so maybe that can help. Oh, okay.
You're right. Looks like a pair of legs with some schmutz on it. Huh. Does it not repeat?
Maybe not.
Okay. All right. My choice is my own. It was the blank who are the oh no. D?
Yeah.
T is already taken, so 2-letter word that starts with a consonant. D, robot hands. You don't have to stand there if you don't want to, Chrissy. I'm sorry.
curious.
I'll be wrapping up briefly. The AD. Right? Am I filling in the same? Yeah. AD. Oh, something's screwy.
Yeah.
I think I screwed something up. What's the Grinch feet one? N?
N.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I screwed something up.
Uh-huh.
So this is not a D. It was the aging. It's a G. Go. It's the word go.
Oh.
It was the aging guys. No.
Gods?
The aging. Ooh!
Are they dramatic?
Gods is good.
But is there a D?
Yo, the O, you're right. You're right. No, I made a bad guess at D.
Okay. So maybe that.
It was the aging gods. Oh, is he calling John William James old?
Oh, shit.
John William James, you old.
You old.
You old. Yep. Are the aging gods. Can go find.
Yep.
F. This little clippy thing. Left.
Left. Yep.
Are there any more? Yeah. It was the wolf.
Ooh. Wait, my choice is my own. It was the wolf who are? That can't be right.
Yeah, you're right. But let's fill in some stuff and we'll figure it out. Left. I think we already have this, right? Is that a no? Yeah, that's a no. We don't have any of these. We don't have any of these yet. Like this stick thing. Is that stick one? Ooh!
But did an R already happen? Yes, and it's not the same.
Okay. My choice is my own. It was the wolf who are. That's so weird. Who are the aging gods can go find the... See, maybe this is all one word, though. Mm-hmm. It was the wolf who are the aging gods blank. Go find the blank I left. Oh, boy. Go find the... I mean, this is probably going to start with a vowel, right? We have A-E...
If it's right.
I-O-U. Mm-hmm. We don't have U, actually. Go find the...
Ookas.
Go find the Ookas. Oh, man.
The Ookas I left.
Guys, do you understand our struggle? My choice is my own. It was the wolf who are the aging gods can...
Crumbs.
Go find the... Got a dog on the table. D-O-G on T-A-B-L-E.
Bad, but it's fun.
It's very sweet. Looks like an anchor man. My choice is my own. It was the gods. It was the wolf who are the aging gods can... Oh.
Man.
Can man. Anybody in the chat?
Crummy.
Nobody?
Crumbs, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, there's so much chat I wasn't able to see.
Doing this over and over.
I don't know. There must be something that smells good up there. Guys, no fighting. Sorry, there was something that I couldn't see what the chat was saying. They were all saying stuff and I couldn't tell. Over. I left over.
Oh.
Okay, so that's an R. I'm sorry about that, guys. I was looking for help and I wasn't able to see it. Can you find the blank I left over? You guys are all screaming the word over. Yeah. Sorry.
I was looking too. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Y-O-U? Can you go... Oh, this is somebody saying this is Y-O-U.
Yeah.
My bad. I think you're right. I think it's can you. Whoa. Delete. The dogs are brawling. Can you go find the
Crayons.
Akrams? Can you go find the Scrams? P-crams. What? It doesn't have to be a vowel. I don't know what I was talking about.
Did anybody have any thoughts about the wolf who are thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys know what the deal is with the sentence structure? Karen Covert Pittman, I'm on season 1, box 3. I shouldn't be watching this. I agree. Concentrate on the last 3 words. Yeah, no one's really talking about the sentence structure, but yeah. S? You think it's the? Oh my gosh, that is an S.
What?
I didn't fill in one of the S's, and it's that. Go find these scraps. Go find the scraps.
Cool.
I left over. Well, okay. My choice is my own. It was the wolf.
Oh, I got it. Okay, I forgot you changed that already. Who? Yeah.
Who are the aging gods? Can you go find the scraps I left over? So this guy was picking 3 victims. Mm-hmm. His choices were a woman who works for an animal shelter and picks up like in the park to clean up in the park. There was a guy that goes with his family to like Cape May, and a woman that kicked a pigeon once. So I guess is this saying that he?
With the pigeon kicker.
I think he killed the woman. I think he killed the nice lady.
Sounds like it.
That's what it seems to me. Do we have the victims? Secret rooms. Yeah, who were they? No, not her.
This is amazing. Do you use the scanner here?
Sometimes. I think he killed this woman. I think he killed Catherine Hill. The wolf were the aging gods. She loves animals. I think he took her. I think he killed her. And I don't know if John William James is happy with that choice. She does look happy. She does look nice. Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys. I think that's going to be it. I guess the one thing that is left is what's that, Chris?
Nothing.
We of course know our buddy from Whispers from Theodorus.com. I found this. I'm sorry, you guys, I've gone over. I've got to get going here. But you can see, if you search for the word possession, you get the Latin word for possession. Password protected. I believe the password is, let's see if I can get it right on the first try. Nope. Possession.
Theodorus.
The English translation of the word possession. Welcome back again, historian. You see counsel I will provide. Let no one say the dragon swan does not aid his friends. There's much to be gained from reading Aaron's letter, I imagine, not the least of which is his terrible taste in stationery. I took the liberty of reusing an old envelope of mine in place of his insipid trash. It is not unlike Aaron to attempt to play games the way I do. He's referring to the secret, like, little messagey thing. He did, of course, learn much from me during our time together in Darlington. However, he at least understands he has a choice to make, and that his choice is important. The right choice will find him in my good graces. I have put more effort into him than into some of my other soldiers, and I expect that he should at this point understand my vision on a deeper level. The wrong choice will reveal to me that he still has a will of his own, like a feral cur that refuses to yield to his master. At this point, I believe you have enough information to understand his motives and what choice he has made. You should understand my prerogatives as well. So what is it, historian? Is Aaron an obedient pup? Is pup a deliberate choice of wordplay? It's very dog-centric. I do think that he killed the dog lady. Bob, on the other hand, Bob Heck, continues to work so very hard, and I do applaud him for that. But he is beginning to become a bit of an annoyance. How can one man whine for so much attention? Should he continue to be such a prolific pupil, I suppose I can suffer his insecurities a bit longer. Notice I have not told him where to find me. That is something he should be asking you. Us. Bob's card reveals a poor attempt at web design. He doesn't like the Heck on Wheels website. But his idea is clever. What a quaint way to hide his tributes to me, don't you think? I always enjoy the sight of a cache of cadavers. Let no block be left unturned, that's what I think. The star chart is lovely, no? There must be a reason it was printed on translucent stock. Perhaps it overlays on some other document to reveal something new, or something the same. I have no doubt the stars will align and the path will be made clear. Charles, this makes me think that your path theory is right. It seems Telaria has updated their mission statement. Perhaps they're under new management? Well, we basically know they are. They are under John William James's care at this point. Okay. I think that's where we're at. I do think that Aaron DeVale is choosing the dog lady. The password was possession. Charles, possession. Oh, the password for the Heck on Wheels was Dragon Swan. Password for Whispers from Theodorus was possession. All lowercase. All right, you guys. Whew. I think I'm gonna call it quits for now. This is like one of the longer ones I think I've ever done. But as usual, I hope you guys had a good time hanging out with me. I had a good time hanging out with you. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. Thank you so much for your patience during the great riddle debacle of October 2017. I do this once a month where I cannot figure out for the life of me a simple substitution cipher, Kristen.
You did pretty well.
Thank you. Do you want to see something scary real quick?
Sure.
I'm calling it quits right this second, but take a look at, and I'll let everybody look at it one last time. There's a guy who runs a website where he's trying to leave a secret message for John William James. It is heckonwheels.org. When you go to this website, which is a food delivery thing for the elderly, if you scroll down to the bottom, there is a secret image.
Cool.
If you click on it, it brings you to a password-protected document. If you type in John William James's scary name, it gives you his victims.
Oh my God.
This lady, he's been delivering food. She only got toast. And she's not happy about it.
I love toast. I'd be fine with that. I wouldn't want these stewed tomatoes or whatever. That's disgusting.
Gainesville over here, she doesn't seem to be enjoying them either.
Stewed tomatoes and like either cottage cheese or yogurt.
Yeah, I don't know. Shellman Bluff was also displeased. But yeah, Taylorsville, she ordered food and he had just brought her a piece of toast and then killed her. The least you could do before you kill me is give me a real meal, not just some dried toast.
Right. Wait, so did Heck on Wheels kill these people or did John William James?
Heck on Wheels.
Yeah.
And this lady's eating 2 halves of a lemon.
Oh my God. Bleak. She probably begged for death.
And that is what she got. All right, you guys. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you again soon. I am planning, I've gotten some requests from people to do a separate video about the season 1 solution, and I think that is what I will do. I don't know when. I'm about to go on a bit of a trip. I'm going to be going over to Europe. Woo, 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 woo. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that, but I do want to do it. And as I said, I have 1968 waiting for me in the front room, so I've got to tackle that as well. Whew, lots to do. Lots to do. If you guys enjoyed this, if you enjoy all of my videos, make sure you go to YouTube, look up Talk Bomb. That's my production company. Watch everything that we produce there. I've done every single Hunt-A-Killer box up to this point, including the 1934 premium box with Kristen, who was just here a moment ago. I host a podcast with Kristen called Book Club Schmuck Club. We review books. We do spoiler-free reviews to start, then we spoil the hell out of them. You don't need to have read the books. It's just a fun comedy show, basically. We are about to start a brand new podcast called Guide to the Unknown, where we're going to sit down every week and tell each other another story about scary monsters, urban legends, things like that. We've already recorded a few episodes, haven't launched the show yet, and they are so much fun. Stay tuned to TalkBomb.com to keep up to date with all that stuff. We're going to post everything there. Follow at TalkBomb, follow at Haunted Sponge to keep up to date with me. And thank you guys so much again for hanging out. I will see you next time, but until that time comes, happy hunting.